probably seen images like these coming out of Haiti. Buildings on fire, dead bodies in the street, prisons emptied of prisoners, not a guard in sight, ordinary Haitians running for their lives. Here's what's going on. Haiti's gangs have seized the capital of Port-au-Prince, and they are all vying for political power. Overnight, Prime Minister Ariel Henry announced that he will resign after weeks of pressure. But there's a backstory there. Henry was sworn in 2 weeks after the assassination of President Jovenel Moïse back in 2021, and he agreed to a power-sharing deal with the opposition until new elections could be held. But he repeatedly delayed those new elections, citing security concerns, and as you might imagine, that did not sit well with the population. Over the last 2 weeks, Haiti's powerful and politically connected gangs have waged war across the capital city of Port-au-Prince. The man that you're looking at right now, his name is Jimmy Chezier, aka Barbecue. He's one of the most feared and powerful gang leaders in Port-au-Prince, and he has said that this situation will lead to civil war and even genocide if the Prime Minister refuses to step down. Gangs have stormed the nation's biggest prisons, 2 of them, freed 4,700 inmates. They've seized control of the ports and laid siege to the international airport, torched dozens of shops, businesses, police stations, and places of worship. Now, I have Haitian ancestry, and I think it's incumbent on me to give you a quick history lesson for context. In 1804, Haiti declared its independence from its brutal slave owners, France. They established the first independent Black republic in the history of the world. But for generations, descendants of the enslaved had to actually pay reparations to their enslavers, sending about $500 million back to France, money that could have gone to building Haiti's schools, its roads, infrastructure, a vibrant democracy on the island. Had that money stayed in Haiti, economists estimate that it would have added some $21 billion over time to Haiti's economy, and that is a very conservative estimate. In 1914, the United States Marines strolled into the headquarters of Haiti's National Bank and simply walked out with about $500,000 of Haiti's gold. Haiti's wealth. That wealth, according to invaluable reporting done by the New York Times, helped fund National City Bank. They're the predecessor to what eventually became Citigroup. The next summer, 1915, the United States invades the country, saying it was too poor and too unstable to take care of itself. Now, it is very important to note that deep corruption has existed amongst Haiti's political leaders for many, many years, many decades. You can't gloss over that. But it wasn't always like that, folks. The images that you're seeing on your screens, the horrific images that Haitians are going through right now, it wasn't always like that. Back in the 1950s and 60s and even into the 1970s, Haiti was a beautiful country. Like many other islands in the Caribbean, it was considered a playground for the rich and famous. Even under the brutal dictatorship of François Duvalier, known as Papa Doc, the streets were clean, the airport was a marvel. The schools were some of the best, graduating scientists, engineers, doctors, lawyers, writers, many who emigrated to the United States to contribute to the fabric of our society here. A fabric as old as the United States itself, given that Haitians fought in the American Revolution to help the United States liberate themselves from the British. But you can't gloss over the fact that even with all this context that I'm providing, there's a deep culture of corruption that has existed among Haiti's political leaders, as well as its business leaders, and over again, tragically, horrifically in some cases, they have failed the Haitian people. Of that, there is no doubt. Pile on natural disasters like the catastrophic earthquakes in 2010 and 2021, the return of cholera, which was reintroduced by UN peacekeepers, those have only made matters worse. So yes, Haitians are resilient, Haitians are strong, they are hopeful, they are proud of their history as the first independent Black nation in the history of the world. But that might not be enough to get them out of the situation that they're in today. So let me leave you with a question, one that we've been asking ourselves as journalists. Who's bringing in and providing all these military-style weapons into Haiti? Who's arming these gangs? Who benefits the most from the chaos? It's an important question.